think one confusing point in a lot of spiritual undertakings is the difference between the absolute and the relative. On the absolute level, there are no greater teachings than no teaching at all. There is only openness and no boundaries. But on the relative level, boundaries are still needed, just as clothes are needed, as my meditation teacher Michael Taft talks about. And just like we need food, on the relative level, the absolute has no need for such things. But especially when I do Data Yoga, it's easy for me to confuse some aspects of the practice with being just that. In this case, it is offering teachings. On the absolute level, there are no teachings to convey. It's all already complete and perfect, the great perfection. And on the relative level, there can still be an I that enjoys speaking about these things, and an I that can enjoy the curation of different ways of being. I think thinking of myself as more of a curator of mental models as opposed to a teacher is helpful, because then I'm not trying to convey a message to anybody in particular, for they're all on the absolute level already complete. There's nowhere to go, nothing to have to try to do. Remembering this and seeing the world in this way is the practice, of course. But there's a lot of solace too in recognizing that there is an absolute and that there is a relative. And we all are already absolute. All are already source and manifestations of source. So then the imperative is simply to do what is naturally motivating us. What is naturally motivating me is to um, be of service to myself, to my community, to my scene. And I'm thankful for Tasshin for expressing so clearly how to be of service. When I listen to people whose hearts are open in this way that reflects the Absolute, I feel imbued, regardless of what they are talking about. It's simply the act of hearing them speak that is this transmission of feeling, of how to be in the world. Like, there's a part of me that's like, you can be like that? You can navigate the world with openness in that kind of way? I had no idea. And hence is the curator. And then this kind of goes back to the struggle again of trying to merge the relative and the absolute. That heart openness quality reflects the absolute, but it doesn't have to be the absolute. in view. What I mean by that is I can still enjoy my boundaries. I can still enjoy my practices for what they are, expressions, and not have to be tied to, oh, this is not the absolute, or this is the absolute. This is source, this is not source. I think when I begin to identify and differentiate the world in such a way, there is a um, duality being created between that experience of source and the expressions of it, and seeing the expressions as none other than source itself. So, yeah, cool.